Good afternoon, and I thank the organizers, the governance now, for having given me this opportunity. I am sorry for the delay in joining because I was held up with another meeting and then there were some connectivity issues. First of all, I would like to mention that this is an extremely important and very timely topic that governance now has chosen. And for the information of all the participants, I would like to mention that the Honorable Prime Minister has given a 10-point agenda for disaster risk reduction. And in those 10 points, there are more than 6 points which deal with technology in directly or indirectly. First point in the 10-point agenda is that all development sectors must imbibe the principles of disaster risk management, and that work towards risk coverage should be available for all, starting from poor households to micro, small, and medium enterprises, to multinational corporations, and to nation states. And the third point is that governments, both state governments as well as the central government, must invest in risk mapping, and it also requires global investments. Similarly, another point of action is leverage technology to enhance the efficiency of disaster management, disaster risk management efforts. Similarly, there is a point regarding increased use of mobile technologies and to recognize the potential of social media to reach out the public at large and to convey the do's and don'ts in case of natural disasters. Similarly, there is a point of action regarding how to bring greater cohesion in international disaster response efforts. In all these points, these are extremely important that we must use technology in more and more innovative ways. This is the direction of the government. And in the recent past, I would also like to mention that the use of drone technology in different aspects of disaster management has increased. So the drones are now being used increasingly, whether it is on combating locust attack or in terms of flood management or locating people who are stranded, etc. So this is one important area which has got very good potential for future. And I would also like to take this opportunity to mention that as a practice, whenever important national seminars and workshops are held, for example, some of you may be familiar that for the National Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction, on the last 2 occasions when these platform meetings were held, at the same venue, we had an exhibition of technologies. So the exhibition is a very important tool and it serves as a buyer-seller meet, and it also provides the necessary technical background through the workshop. Recently, some of you may have attended a program in India International Center, which was organized by Petroleum and Natural Gas Ministry. There also all technologies which were dealing with combating disasters in the field of petroleum and natural gas, they were all showcased and there were live demonstrations of the technologies. Similarly, there was a national workshop on water management and flood management, which was held in Pune, and there also the exhibitions and technologies on various aspects of flood management were explained by the participants. And I would also like to mention that there is a need for the industries in terms of using technology and also to step up their own preparedness. And especially the units, the industrial units which are dealing with hazardous material, especially in the field of chemicals, need to be extremely careful, and they have to see that their disaster management plans are in order. They should have an on-site plan as well as an off-site plan, and the off-site plan should be integrated with the disaster management plan of the concerned district. As many of you are aware, we had unfortunate incidents in Visakhapatnam and also in several parts of the country where as a follow-up of the lockdown measures, when the when the industry after some period of closure started reopening, there were issues of safety and security which should receive proper attention. And sometimes if the attention is not given, and if the skilled manpower which is required to operate crucial technology, if that skilled manpower is not available, and if some stopgap arrangements are made, it can lead to very serious consequences. Therefore, I take this opportunity to appeal to the industries to come forward and ensure that both the on-site plan as well as the off-site plan is properly made, and it is also rehearsed, and a proper mock exercise and a mock drill is conducted to see that all the stakeholders fully are aware regarding how the industry, especially the local unit, is geared up to meet any eventuality. And lastly, I would like to, before concluding, I would like to mention that it is extremely necessary and it is very important that the industry comes forward and makes necessary investments in whatever equipment that may have a potential at some use in some contingency to be used for disaster management, whether it can be rescue equipment or it can be fire extinguishing or it can be any other equipment which may have a bearing, which may have a consequence in disaster management. It is necessary that such technologies and such equipment is properly identified, in touch and in consultation with the concerned district collector. Especially I'm talking about hazardous industries which deal with hazardous substances. They have to get in touch with the concerned district collector, district magistrate, so that in the district disaster management plan, whatever additional equipment is required, the industry can consider making use of the corporate social responsibility funds and make investments in that equipment, and also ensure that the inventory of that equipment is put forth by the district collector in a technology driven manner. We have a portal called India Disaster Resource Network. In the IDRN portal, all such equipment, the inventory must be uploaded so that at the time of any requirement, the equipment will be used for the purpose of effective disaster management. So these are some of the important points which I wanted to share with the participants. And once again, I thank Governance Now for having given me this opportunity. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir. This is Kailash Adhikari, MD Governance Now. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your valuable inputs on this important topic.